Tuesday. Here I am again. Bring you all a good testimony as I promised that I would. I'm excited about tonight. I hope that you are excited about tonight as well. For those that may not know who I am, my name is Victoria Hamas. I go by Tori, and I actually prefer that. And this channel right now is dedicated to giving good testimony and bringing other people on to give their good testimony. I feel like there's so much going on in the world that, we could all use or stand to hear something that's actually good that's going on, and also to help bring encouragement to anyone that might be going through anything at the time. So grab your water, grab your snacks, grab whatever it is you might need. And we are going to get into it. I always feel like the guests can, introduce themselves a lot better than what I could give them. So I am going to turn it over to our wonderful guest that we have joining us tonight, Miss Kecia Hunt. And she will introduce herself and get into her good testimony.
Yeah, everybody. I am Kecia, and I used to work with Tori. I was recently talking with her about some wonderful things that the Lord has done for me. Definitely done quite a bit over the course of my life, though. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Where is this live on Instagram?
We are live on YouTube.
Okay, let me see. Okay, because that's what I said. Okay, I see it. Yes. Okay. So somebody pose a sorry.
You
Can
good.
you hear
You
me?
got the floor, honey. This
Okay.
it's yours. It is all yours. We are on YouTube, y'all. If y'all want to share this out to some of your family and friends, please tell them to join us. For those that are catching the replay, because I don't want to forget you all, thank you for tuning in advance. And if you find this story to be, or this testimony, I feel like all testimonies are good testimonies, but if this one is something that just kind of hits home with you or somebody that you know may need to hear it, make sure you send it out to them. All right, so back to you, Kecia.
Okay. Well, well, first a little backstory. I say probably to have my son. Having a child, it makes you think differently. For me, anyway, I started not only that, but also some situations that have come into contact. It started making me question how I grew up in the church, and I always in vacation Bible school, sung in the choir, this and the third. But it started making me question things as an adult, like, so do these certain things that are habitual things,
Mm-hmm.
and celebratory things, but like, where did that come from? And so I started really questioning that, and then it's told to me as I was growing up, and I was like, does it really say that? And then listening to different ministers, and then I think I
Mm-hmm.
had looked up something that wasn't really quite what the word says. So I said, you know what,
No.
standing. So at that time, I chose to read the Bible. That was my first attempts before I ever got through it. I said, I'm gonna read this, and I had set guidelines for my seed. 3, I guess what would be called chapters within a book of the Bible. I would read a few chapters, and I'm so sorry, it's distracting.
No,
But
she's not sorry. It's just the baby being the baby.
so I would read, 3 to 5 a day, and then try to refine it. Actually, when I first, I just was like, I want to get through it. I'm still absorbing things, and some things I go, oh my goodness, it's like, this is what they said. Oh, they didn't say that. This is what they
Right.
meant.
Right.
And reading the Bible, it also makes you want to be righteous, Christ-like. It makes you want to live like that, because that's your religion. That's who. Why would you not? Like, how are you going to define exactly what it says, black and white Bible? So look at things little bit differently and really try to change myself, not for my son, because he truly has seen me out of a lot of situations that I, being young, think you know everything.
Right.
So anyway, it was a lot of prayer involved after I had my son, because I just didn't feel right. And actually, all my life, like, I want to be a housewife. I wasn't anybody's wife.
I know that.
I was like, I'm perfectly fine, like cooking, cleaning, like I'm fine with that. So I just never found that just yet. But testimony. So I prayed on it. I'm pregnant with this baby. What am I supposed to do? So my son, I really was like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? So certain things happened actually from going back to work, and looking back, it was God who was put, like, it wasn't anything. And I'll even share, like, my son, when he was 5 months old, he had a seizure, and I'm a first time mom. I was scared. I was scared. I don't even think I shed a tear. I might have shed a couple tears, but I really, it was the comfort telling me this and the third. I was like, I don't think it's that. Like, I don't know that. And so that was just one of the many things that God put in my path, because he knew that not go back to work. That would make me pause and think about it, So, like, God, whatever it is you want me to do, just let me know. I said, but I just don't feel I'm not supposed to go back. I know you're going to make a way. And he has, because I have not worked in 3 years. Amen. All right. And so, and the miraculous ways that in my life, financially, and giving me peace of mind, and just giving me just the sense of everything is going to be all times over these years. I was like, are you sure, Lord?
Right.
Like, for real? I really did feel and hear him say, just keep going. Just keep going. But one of the blessings that I want to talk about throughout that time, I had started packing up my house, because I wanted to sell my house. So I had started moving stuff to storage. I didn't even have anywhere to go. I didn't even have a buyer or anything. It was something in my spirit that said, I'm going to sell this house. I was going to do it. And my house did sell off market. It was a really crazy situation, but God. So anyway, I was packing my stuff up, and one particular morning, I said my prayer, and I said, I can't recall what scripture I was reading, service and being a servant. And so I said, well, Lord, to be of service for you, let me know and I will do it. So I prayed on. I was like, you know what? My church does stuff. So I sent an email to my church, and I put stuff over to the storage unit. So while I was there, it was these couple of females, their storage, and it looked like a pantry. And I was like, what do they have going on? I didn't say anything. The second day, I said, what do y'all have going on in here? And it was the day that I said the prayer. And so, okay. So the second day was the day that I said the prayer. Really thinking about God moving quickly. I just was like, when you want me to be of service, you know what to do. So I had a lady, and she was like, oh yes, we're an organization, and what we do is we help homeless. And when I tell you, as I started crying, the ugly cry, I could not speak. And she was looking at me like, what did I just say? And I was like, I just put myself together. And so while I'm going on like that, I said, I literally just prayed an
Mm-hmm.
hour, if even that ago, told me where I can be of service.
Mm-hmm.
And here you guys are. To that like that storage unit, that week I just had moved my stuff from the bigger unit. I
Mm-hmm.
moved it because it was not a lot of stuff in there. I moved my stuff next door to another building, and that's
Right.
where they. So she's Asian. I was like, I want to help. I want to do something, And she's like, well, let me Rhonda Sneed, and she is the organizer of this, this, and she's such a sweet lady. She really, really does her to this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how old Miss Rhonda is, but she's out there at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning serving. I have not done that yet. I made food for them and
Uh-huh.
helped them different things, and told her, donated. Just told her, whatever it is that you want me to do, if I can help you, I will help you. When I sold my house, you got to tithe when you bless. So, I was like, whatever. But you don't have to always give that 10% to the church entirely from the word. So I was like, I'm gonna do this and a third. I said, I gotta give something to it. And when I was writing her that check, which is the biggest check that I've ever written to someone personally, check to the organization, and I felt fine. I felt perfectly fine. Someone, the Lord, Miss Rhonda needs a check too. I said, who? And so, it's something she needs a check too, her personal check. Like, Lord, is that you? And I just kept seeing Miss Rhonda need a check too, right? The amount it wasn't outside of my comfort zone, but I'll tell you guys the amount that I gave to Miss Rhonda. I gave her $1,000 personally. I funds for our organization.
Mm-hmm.
But my son is asking me how's the way. So but just checked to her, and she started tearing up, and it was like, you don't know how much this means to me. And she said she doesn't do hardly anything for her, always giving of herself. And she said her daughters are making her take this cruise the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she really didn't have a lot of fun outside of the cruise because
Mm-hmm.
she had she had just taken care of her. And I said, well, let me tell you, something moved in my heart. God spoke to me and told me that you need it. And he knew that I was there and I could give it to you with no,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, about it. And I said, that's how he works. And when I say this lady, she will put out just on Facebook, this is what we need. People from out of off of Amazon and have it delivered to, her store facility or anything. I mean, it was just a blessing to be blessed that way. And it just showed me how this lady was not necessarily in need like that, but in need personally, like needed,
Right.
And so I don't know. I mean, that was just a blessing. And just I've been working for 3 years, and I was able to do that is beyond me. That's what he does, and that's how he has blessed me. He's always protected me. I mean, like I said, that there's been so many different ways in which he saved me. Right there, that really, really spoke to my heart because I just prayed that an hour, less than an hour, probably more. So
That is so good. That is so good. And I always say, where God sends you, there's provision. So it doesn't always mean like he's sending you to a place. It could include a place as well. But like in that scenario, or in this case for her, like you were able to provide for her. but he also provided for you as well. Like you said, you had went away from your 9 to 5, and he took care of you. He wanted you to trust that he was going to take care of you. And this all stemmed from you, like, posing a question. Like, let me look for myself, which is why I want to encourage you all that are listening, like, study the word for yourself, get to know, God's word for yourself, and then ask him questions for clarity. Ask him to show you, the things that are in there, the same way he did for Kecia. And if he did it for her, he will definitely do it for you. So if you're out there, and I mean, just anything, because she gave us several testimonies. She talked about, just having a question and he answered. He showed her the answer. He gave her the answer. She talked about trusting him and actually letting go of the familiar, or the thing that's comfortable, or the thing that we're kind of used to when you are working a 9 to 5. He asked her to let go of the guaranteed, for what some people would be like, okay, well, there's no guarantee once I leave. We talking about health insurance, a steady paycheck. She has a new child. And he said, just trust me. I don't know if anybody needs to hear that, but just trust God that he's going to make a way. And your situation may not necessarily be you leaving a place of employment, but it could very well fit into something else where you do need to trust him, and trust and believe that he's going to take care of you, that there's going to be provision, that there's going to be protection, and that he's going to bless you. And not only is he going to bless you for you, but he's going to bless you to be a blessing to somebody else, as Kecia was able to bless somebody else. And this is all without, this is all with her, stepping out on faith and letting go of something that she was used to. So that's amazing. That's a blessing. Multiple blessings, perpetual blessings. And I pray that and encourage someone. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I encourage everybody also just to read the Bible. And it's great. He wants everybody to study the Bible, but back you really do get a complete understanding of it. And I mean, and I can't look at my notes currently because I'm on my phone doing it. Mm-hmm. But it's been so many instances, and I do try to jot it down a lot of times when it's something that either I'm feeling that day, or mm-hmm. I'm thinking. I came to him really say it in a prayer. I just was like, and I'll open them as I read it. That is what I just was saying that, mm-hmm. You don't have to read it from front to back, but I just wanted the whole complete understanding. The chronology of the entire Bible also makes me want to even look more Bible and more into the history of just Jesus Christ. Right. Everything about it. I mean, it's my religion. It's who I believe, what I believe. So I should have a complete. You want to be a better person. Like I'm not judging anybody, but I feel like missing this world. It is. Right. That's good. Thank you so much thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing those beautiful, amazing testimonies with myself. Because like I said, I never know what these testimonies are going to be ahead of time. Unless it's something that I, remember once they start to tell their testimony. But other than that, y'all, these things are fresh to me. They are good to me. I don't want you to just walk away feeling good, or leave the live just feeling good, y'all, but just know, just to be encouraged, to give you a hope, to help restore your faith, if that makes sense, to know that, I mean, he's doing it, like, in the midst of all the turmoil, in the midst of all the chaos, in the midst of whatever is going on in the world and in your own personal world, because we have things going on ourselves as well as what's going on in the world. But just to be a reminder that he is able, that he is faithful, that he is true, that he is the true living God, and that he will answer, your prayers when you go to him, when you seek him, when you
need him. Even when you don't need him, he'll bless you. He will be a blessing to you as well. So I just want to encourage you all to hang on. I want to encourage you all to hold on to these testimonies. Go back and look at some of the old ones. Watch this one again. Share it with anybody that you feel like could use it or benefit from hearing something good. And that's all we have for y'all on this wonderful Tuesday.
Yeah.
I thank you all for your time. I thank my guest again, Kecia. Thank you for being willing and saying yes
Yeah.
to coming up here and sharing your personal testimonies. And I know that it has been a blessing, definitely to me, to those that are already tuned in with us live, and those that are going to catch the replay. As always, y'all be blessed and be encouraged until the next good testimony.